Stanford for Pac-12 women's gymnastics. Tonight, number 10 California takes on number 19 Stanford. And that's how close it was when these teams got together in the season opener across the bay in Berkeley as the Golden Bears edged the Cardinal by a tiny margin. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Weber. Pleased to be joined by Janae Honest, who shined at UCLA. It is great to have you with us. And Janae, in many ways, tonight really feels like a celebration of our sport. Fans are permitted to attend the Stanford meet here at Maples for the first time in 2 years as these universities renew the rivalry.
Yes, both of these teams are so very excited. They're great rivals, and Stanford is really focused on taking ownership, really cultivating depth, doing it every day in practice, so when they come to the meet, they're prepared. And Cal has been absolutely killing it, hitting a 197 early on in the season. They have been growing, improving, and Justin mentioned that has been the vision, having the gymnastics match the academics.
Well, Cal building on what they did last year when they had the best season in program history, but their depth going to be tested tonight. One of their stars, Milan Klossi, unavailable. She's under the weather, meaning Andy Lee is even more significant.
Yes, and Andy Lee really knows how to play gymnastics. She had a great all-around performance last week, and it's really just in her bones. She just lets her body do what it knows how to do, and so far she has shown out for her team by improving her performance quality.
Stanford's only all-arounder tonight is Kyla Bryant, the fifth-year senior, earning Pac-12 Gymnast of the Week honors the last time these schools met.
Hitting that career best in the all-around and that 9.95 on bars. This super senior absolutely loves competing. Coach Tabitha says if Kyla was given an extra 4 years, she would take it. She's embracing every moment, taking it all in her last year. She's confident, passionate, and excited for the future.
Cal looking to stay undefeated. Stanford hopes to come up with their first victory and their first home meet of the year. It's the Golden Bears and the Cardinals straight ahead here on Pac-12 Network.
Pretty good Yurchenko full has a 9.95 start value. She had her hips closed a little bit, but she did have a good pop off the horse.
There are a myriad of superlatives for California, and I don't want to be an accountant and just read numbers, but when it comes to what California has been doing on the bars, the numbers are just astronomical. We'll get into the particulars as we spotlight one of their three all-arounders. Here's Nevaeh de Sousa, the junior from Fairfield.
She had a beautiful pike Jaeger. She's a great bar worker. She's clean, but she has the difficulty. She's going to do a full-in dismount. Knows exactly where she was going to land.
Last year's second team All-American in this event, 2020 Pac-12 Freshman of the Year.
It's a pike Jaeger. It's a little more difficult than a straddle Jaeger because your legs do cover the bar a little bit. It's a full twisting double back. It's really important that she knew where her arms were and she threw them up, did the college stick. It looks like she's happy with it.
That's why Cal is currently number 4 in the nation, number 1 in the country in this event a year ago. Krobach with a 9.725. Get things going for the Cardinal. Here is Amanda Zheng, the sophomore from Washington. First of 2 events we'll see her later on the floor. Season debut came a week ago here on vault in a hostile environment on the road at Utah, and came up with a nice number, 9.75.
Yurchenko full. She does get a good pop off the horse, but doesn't really lift her chest enough. She does land with her chest a little bit down, so the judges may take off a little bit for that. But she did have clean form in the air. With the slightest slide back.
Well, as we think about the major components for Stanford, they are healthier. If you go back to last week, they only had 5 gymnasts compete in the vault, and all 5 scores obviously had to count, so they are trending in the right direction, and it bears repeating that California is missing not only Milan Klossi tonight, just under the weather according to Cal Media Relations, but Kyla George, they're All-American, so the depth will be tested. Good start for de Sousa, 9.825. Here is Nina Schwank, the 5th-year senior from Oakland, who was an absolutely splendid student. Want to talk about her excellence in the classroom. We'll have plenty of opportunities as she competes in 3 events tonight. Here on bars, put up a 9.225 in the opener against Stanford, and was even better last week. 9.925 in the win over the Beavs.
Starting off the bar routine with a smile. She's going to open up with the big release move, piked Jaeger. It's really important that she's keeping her legs squeezed together. She hit that last handstand. Huge double layout dismount, stuck that landing. She made sure to get those heels together.
Very strong beginning for Nina, who with the absence of Milan Klose, picked up the additional event. That's part of the flair this program is thriving with. Yeah, if you're a Bear, you want to show your Cal pride as the scores are building now for Stanford. Here is Ana Paula Gutierrez, the talented freshman from Colorado.
She's very active off the table. We're going to see a 1.5. She opened up a little too early, so she unfortunately had to sit that down. She gets good pop off. It seems like she didn't get enough compression on her hands to push off to give her enough rotation.
Well, this is a very skilled athlete, member of the Mexican national team, 2-time Mexican champion in the all-around. Unfortunately, reminiscent of her performance week 1 against Cal when she was sub 9-1, but she's had terrific scores this year. Put up a 9.825 against Utah, and we'll see what she can do later on floor. She'll have plenty of time to maneuver her comeback. How about Sean? 9.9 flats. Well, Cal comes at the opposition with waves of skill. And we brought you all the details of the sophomore Illinois native, Andy Lee, as we started the broadcast.
It's a beautiful packed salto. You can see how she just floats to the low bar, gets a lot of air time. It's really important to hit that last handstand. She also finished that full pirouette in a handstand, stuck the landing. I think she's going to get the bear head as well.
You got to wear it with pride. Bear down, California. Chatting with her head coach, Dustin Howell, he referred to this athlete as a special gymnast.
It's really important that you get your shoulders above the bar to hit those vertical handstands and to also have sticky feet.
Comes from a gymnastics family. Of course, you know her older sister, Anna, competed at UCLA. So clearly that's the score the Cardinal looks to drop. And now it's up to the senior, Maddie Burnett. First of 3 events to deliver for the Cardinal, and that's a step in the right direction.
Going to get great distance from her. That was a great Yurchenko full. She did pike down a bit, so that caused her to hop back. So the judges may take off a little bit more. Look at the distance she gets, but she is piked down, so she did have to take that significant hop back.
That was elevation sensation. Maddie was able to produce a season high 9.775 last week in Utah, career best 9.825. A gargantuan number, 9.95 for Lee. We spotlighted the right athlete to start this broadcast.
I think it was the handstands that really did it for her.
My goodness. Now, let's give you the particulars of Maddie Williams, a true freshman from Vacaville, competing in 2 events tonight.
She's very fluid on the uneven bars, flowing from one skill to the next. Here she goes, setting it up for the dismount, double layout, again with the sticky feet.
Well, reminiscent of what she did last week when she went big as well, 9.925 against Oregon State. Cal is locked in to start this dual meet, and they're demonstrating just how lethal they are on bars. Good bounce back by Burnett. Here is the talented freshman, Bernadette from Southern California, competing in 3 disciplines tonight.
See a 10.0 start value from her. She's going to do a full twist onto the horse.
Oh, she was deep on the table there on the release.
Yeah, she did touch the back of the table, but she was able to push off and complete the skill. We'll take another look right here. It's Yurchenko entry. She's going to do a full twist. of it.
She needed every centimeter of that table. Good to see. Brenna feeling better. She was unable to compete a week ago. She'll be in the neighborhood of her season high 9.75. All right, I thought Williams was going to go bigger than that. The judges are more critical than yours truly. I get caught up in the enthusiasm here. Here's another rock star for California. Another one of their all-arounders, and last year Maya Bordas became their first national champion in this discipline.
Maya is absolutely stunning on this event. Beautiful handstand to start off. We're going to see a straddle Jaeger that just rises. It's a beautiful transition to the low bar. Double tuck dismount.
Ooh.
She had to slide those feet back a little bit, but she was hitting those handstands, and just amplitude on her release moves were just incredible.
A lot to like. She put up the 9.95 last year to win that national title.
Look at that handstand right there, right before her release move. And just so much height. It's insane. There's the bear.
Against the other Bears, your Bruins, Maya went 9.975 a year ago. Solid scores for the Cardinals in their most challenging discipline, and now they lean on their leader, Kyla Bryant, anchoring in all 4 events tonight.
She's so dynamic.
And that was a splendid routine.
She knew exactly where she was going to land, and you notice how dynamic she was in the air. She flared out her body, so she didn't really need to take a hop or a step.
Her season high, 9.875, coming off a 9.8 last week. Career best, 9.9. A fifth-year senior from Georgia who knew when she was 8 years old she wanted to attend school on the farm. You see the remarkable consistency for California throughout. This bars routine, coming off of 49.475 last week, 4th best score in the country. And Maya Reed is brilliant. She is a specialist on bars.
It was a huge giger she just did right off the bat. Clear hip, that's a skill I don't see very often. Directly connected to a full twisting double back.
And she was looking to seize this opportunity. She did not compete the last 2 meets. Put up a 9.875 week 1 against the Stanford Cardinal. It comes from a exquisite gymnastics family. Her mother, Kristen Smith, a former Cal gymnast, and spent 16 years as the head coach of the Stanford Cardinal.
Those